In his first week in office, President Joe Biden has reimposed a host of COVID-19 travel restrictions, while also repealing Donald Trump's discriminatory Muslim ban. The actions mean the U.S. will now start allowing visitors from predominantly Muslim and African countries who were previously restricted from entering the U.S. under Trump. At the same time, Biden is extending coronavirus-related travel restrictions for most travelers from Europe, the UK, Ireland, and Brazil, while also adding South Africa to the list. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said the restrictions are part of the new administration's escalating efforts to contain the spread of COVID-19 as more contagious variants of the virus emerge across the world. Starting on January 30th, Biden's presidential proclamation bans entry for most non-U.S. citizens who have recently been to South Africa, where a new COVID-19 variant has been identified. Biden also maintained the travel restrictions that were previously in place for most of Europe and Brazil last year, but that Trump had tried to rescind 2 days before leaving office. Trump had signed a proclamation that would lift the coronavirus-related travel restrictions from those countries starting Tuesday, deeming them unnecessary once all passengers were required to present a negative COVID-19 test before flying. Those exempt from the COVID-19 travel ban include lawful permanent residents of the U.S., non-citizen nationals of the U.S., and non-citizens who are married to a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, among others. A full list of the exceptions can be found here. Biden also directed the heads of the State Department and Homeland Security to ensure those subject to the ban do not board U.S.-bound flights and that violators be removed. While there is no evidence yet that they cause more severe illness or an increased risk of death, the CDC said a rise in cases will strain health resources in the U.S. where more than 400,000 people have died of COVID-19. The strain that was originally discovered in the UK in December has now spread to multiple countries. In the US, the CDC has identified nearly 300 cases of the UK variant in more than 20 states. As for the so-called Muslim travel ban, Biden last week signed a proclamation repealing the restrictions, calling them a stain on our national conscience and just plain wrong. He directed the State Department to restart processing visas for people from countries like Libya, Iran, Somalia, Syria. During a press briefing Monday, Psaki was asked to address why Biden was imposing coronavirus-related travel restrictions on other countries when Trump had repeatedly claimed that Biden called him xenophobic for restricting travel from China during the pandemic. The Biden campaign said that he never directly criticized the travel restrictions. Biden was critical of the former president for having a policy that was not more comprehensive than travel restrictions, she said. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.